I'm Randy Diamond, Director of the Law Library and Professor of Legal Research at the University of Missouri School of Law. I grew up in New York City, went to college in Maine, and returned to New York where I worked in a law firm library during the day while attending law school at night. I then moved to Cleveland, Ohio, where I became a litigation associate with a large law firm, focusing my practice on products liability. I found I had a real interest and aptitude in legal research and wanted to turn that into a full-time career. So the opportunity to become a law librarian really appealed to me because it included the chance to do some teaching. 20 years later, I've been teaching advanced legal research courses for about 15 years now. In the last few years, I've started teaching a law practice management course. And just this past fall, I introduced a course here on electronic discovery. These are classes that emphasize learning by doing. It's exciting and rewarding to help students develop the skills and confidence that helps prepare them for the challenges of law practice. These can be very marketable skills that employers value, especially when today more than ever new attorneys need to hit the ground running. Often when I talk with attorneys who have been practicing for several years and I tell them about the classes I teach, they'll either say, gee, I wish I had taken that while I was in law school, or I wish my school had offered those classes. The long-standing objective of legal education is to train law students to think like lawyers. In advanced legal research, I'm working with them to get them to research like lawyers. And to make that happen, I need to give them some context for what to expect in real-life practice. So to encourage that, at the beginning of the semester, I'll ask them to think about an area of law they might be interested in practicing, they might want to learn more about, and I have them go out and research all the different sources in that area, whether it's labor, tax, real estate, family law, or whatever. And as they're gathering those different sources from the internet, from Westlaw and Lexis, from other research databases, and from the traditional practitioner resources that I talk about in class, I'm developing research questions that I'm going to give them to test their ability to work with those sources. And I'll do those either in an office setting, one-on-one, where I'm assigning them as the assigning a partner to a young associate. Sometimes I'll send them an email with a need for a quick turnaround time, and it kind of simulates what they're going to encounter in real-life practice, the complexities, difficulties, and a lot of coaching goes into how to do research efficiently and in time. A lot of legal research and practice is not just about the law. A lot of it is factual and investigative. Depending upon the nature of the matter you're handling, you may need to acquire some knowledge that a doctor would possess, an architect, an accountant, an engineer, or a psychologist. So we go over a lot of basic research techniques for getting up to speed on different disciplines that can impact the law. We look at the role of expert witnesses, how to research the qualifications of expert witnesses, and their past history in terms of success in court as to whether their testimony or reports have been admitted into court. We also do case valuation, looking at having the students research prior verdicts in the jurisdiction on a particular type of case to see what the potential outcome might be, and look at various sources of forms and litigation documents that can come in very handy so you don't have to reinvent the wheel the first time you're being assigned to draft a motion in limine or jury instructions or the like. Lots of hands-on practice. It's very exciting. We recently surveyed law school alumni, and one of the questions we asked was, how can the law school improve our graduates' chances for success in today's legal market? Here's one response. Increase instruction and preparation in practice management topics such as client billing, drafting legal documents, developing client relationships, and marketing techniques. We received several responses like that, and in the law practice management class, we cover a lot of those topics. We're fortunate to have a lot of practitioners who come into the class, share their experience in setting up a practice, the different challenges they face in client relationships, developing marketing, successful marketing techniques. And the students do a lot of hands-on work. I get them together in small groups where they write business plans for a potential practice that they may start in a few years. Components of those business plans include financial management statements, billing, timekeeping, office procedures, startup costs for opening a practice. And these are the kinds of things that will give them some exposure to opportunities they may have a few years down the road after they've gotten that legal experience and are ready to start their own firm. We also have the students do client marketing presentations where they are competing for a client's potential business. And that gives the students a different type of in-class oral exercise from the traditional moot court to focusing on a business aspect of practice. It's an exciting class, and I'm glad to be teaching it. Electronic discovery is a cutting-edge topic that presents some exciting opportunities and possibilities for our students. It's a subject that's received a lot of attention in the legal press. NPR has covered it as well. It really, at its heart, deals with the cost of litigation and getting at the truth and how you balance those two. There's three components to the electronic discovery course that I teach. First part is the traditional doctrinal component, looking at the emerging and leading case law that's coming out from the federal courts on many unanswered questions of electronic discovery. The second piece is the technical aspect of it. A lot of electronic discovery management turns on the efficient search and review of millions and millions of pages of documents. There's software out there that enables that review to be done efficiently. As young lawyers come into the field to educate their firms about what tools are out there and how to implement them, that can make the electronic discovery process much more manageable and efficient. And because it's such a uncertain and growing area, developing area of the law, there are lots of ethical issues that come up. Take the Qualcomm case from a couple of years ago, where there was rampant discovery misconduct in the pretrial stage. Emails surfaced at trial that purportedly did not exist, and a young lawyer was faced with a real ethical dilemma and potential disciplinary actions, which we cover closely in the course, putting our students in the situation of what would you do if you had found that evidence just before trial. Lots of exciting issues, and I'm very excited about teaching the course. Advanced legal research, law practice management, electronic discovery. These are just a few of the many skills courses that are offered here at the law school. I'm proud to have the opportunity to get to know many students through these classes, help them with their careers, and it's a wonderful opportunity to teach here at the law school.